Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing. Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
You see what I did there, right? Hi, I'm Sydney Sweeney, and I'm from Spokane, Washington. I can work as a local hire as well, though, and I'm available for the American Eagle jeans campaign shoot.
Profile and hands, please. Thanks. We'll be in touch.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
Next.
No, we gotta talk about Sydney Sweeney. I wasn't actually gonna talk about this story. But what's hilarious about this entire situation, and you just saw some of the ads there of Sydney Sweeney advertising some American Eagle jeans, which, hey, listen, I might have to go buy me a pair of American Eagle jeans. You know, I'm not a big shopper or anything like that. I couldn't even tell you the last time I shopped for a pair of jeans. Yeah, genuinely, I couldn't tell you the last time I went shopping for some jeans. Maybe it's time. American Eagle, I guess here I come, baby, because the left is absolutely losing their minds over this ad with Sydney Sweeney. And I got a couple clips that I want to show you guys, so buckle up. Plus, there's more to this entire story, which is kind of the main reason why I wanted to talk about it, because of the extra piece to it. So make sure you guys stick around. But before we get to that, let's check out this liberal rage.
You used the word normal and talked about it in the context of this white woman. White women are normal, but so are other people. The problem is, historically, we have only normalized white people. And so we've made white women's bodies, white male bodies, the norm. And we've made everything else less human, less beautiful, less real. And so when we say good genes are the ones that—
What a load of crap. Honestly, I'm sorry, Mark. If I may jump in on my own show, what a load of crap. I saw Beyonce do a jeans ad. Everybody drooled over it. I loved it. Thought she looked hot when she did. Right? I mean, what are you talking about, man? This is... Let me ask you a straight question. Let me ask you a straight question. Does Sydney Sweeney have bad genes? Yes or no?
No. I don't think she has bad genes.
Does she have good genes? Does she have good genes?
No. Again, you're trying for these gotchas. If you just
she doesn't
listen,
have good or bad genes.
The whole point is to argue that good and bad genes itself is a bad idea. It's a racist idea.
Why can't you have good genes, Mark?
Why is it racist?
If
Why
you
can't you have good
me
genes?
All right, I'm going to respond, and I'm going to hope that you don't interrupt me as I answer. Okay?
And you know what's funny about this? But hold on, actually, I'm gonna let him finish.
Because again, no one else has been interrupted except the people who disagree with you. What I'm saying is,
Stop being so precious, please.
The word you listen. The word eugenics literally means good genes. It literally means that etymologically. The point here is to judge human beings based on their genes, and to decide that you have good genes and you have bad genes isn't in and of itself a racist project. That's the point. So no, it's not that I think that I have good genes and you can't say anyone else has good genes. I'm saying let's get rid of the good genes narrative, particularly when it's based on hair and eyes and body type. Why? Because those things are racially coded. In other words, if I say that straight hair is good genes or blonde hair is good genes, and no, I'm not after watching an ad, Googling someone to figure out their natural roots. You'd be shocked to know how many people don't do that. If I'm doing these things and I see blue, your eye color and your hair as a sign of your good genes, then that means someone who has a different hair or eye color doesn't have good genes. And the last thing I'll say is, if you look historically at ads, at culture,
it doesn't though, does it? Calm down. Calm down. It doesn't actually mean that.
No.
This man about to blow a gasket, bro. Bro, and folks like this have no problem when black people say, you know, I'm black and I'm proud, you know, which nobody should have an issue with it. But also, you shouldn't have a problem when a white person says, hey, I'm white and I'm proud, or hey, I'm white and I have good genes. Great. I have good genes too. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it a thing where if a white person says they have good genes, black people inherently, I guess, have bad genes, according to Mark Lamont? Like, I'm just confused. How does that even make sense? I got good genes too. So does Sydney Sweeney. She got some good genes too. Why can't we both have good genes? You know, I just, people like that, man, is just, anyway. Here's some more of the liberal outrage.
Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this? Probably not, but it's still really shocking. Like, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda. Should we be surprised?
As this chick has blue eyes, right? Probably dyed the crap out of her hair, so maybe she has blonde hair too. I don't get the whole, oh goodness. Anyway, I actually came across just to break up the liberal rage a little bit. I came across this photo and found it absolutely hilarious. I'm gonna put it on the screen. All right, there you go. You see it? Okay. Now I'm gonna read the caption. If Americans' IQs were as strong as this button on Sydney Sweeney, there would be exactly 0 Democrats in this country. And let me tell you something. It does look like that button is holding on for dear life. Baby. My goodness. That button is holding on for dear life, boy. I tell you, man. All right. So I just had to share that because I thought it was absolutely hilarious. If people's what does it say? If people's IQ were as strong as the button, there would be 0 Democrats, and that is a fact. 1000% fact. 1000% fact. Let me play one more clip of, liberals losing it.
As someone with blonde hair and blue eyes, watching that Sydney Sweeney ad about good genes made me quite uncomfortable. And there's a lot of discourse like, oh, it's not that deep or it is that deep. But at the end of the day, I know how it made me feel. And some people will be like, oh, this is white savior complex. This is white guilt, whatever it may be. And it's like, I love my blonde hair. I love my blue eyes. I love my white skin because those are the features that I was born with. I can't change them. I love me for me. But I don't think that they're particularly good or better than any other set of genes. In fact, there's a lot of evolutionary defects. Like, I can't go into the sun without getting burned. I have to wear sunglasses like 99% of the time. But that's besides the point. To promote something that implies that blonde hair, blue eyes, white skin are good genes, the historical context and implications of that, while simultaneously there's an ethnic cleansing actively happening in Palestine, in Gaza, in the West Bank of brown, Muslim, Arabic people, it feels tone deaf. If nothing else, it feels tone deaf. And it made me feel weird and uncomfortable. And I'm not trying to make this about me in any regard, especially with what's happening in Palestine, Gaza, and the West Bank. But as someone that shares features and genetics with Sydney Sweeney, blonde hair, blue eyes, white skin, I'm just trying to share a little bit of perspective on it.
Bro, I'll never understand white people basically hating themselves. A white person said, hey, I have good genes. What is wrong with that? What's wrong with that? If I got on camera and I said I had good genes too, like, would you find something wrong with that? I feel like I have good genes. Sydney Sweeney does too. No issues. What are we talking about here? But here comes the twist, because not too long after the Sydney Sweeney ads went viral with American Eagle, Dunkin Donuts decided to get in on the action. Yeah. Check it out.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. This tan? Genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer. Literally. I can't help it. Every time I drink a Dunkin' Golden Hour refresher, it's like the sun just finds me. So sipping these refreshers makes me the king of summer. Guilty as charged. The golden hour refresher. Only at Dunkin'.
And of course, the liberals are angry about that one too. Especially since it came soon after the Sydney Sweeney ads dropped with American Eagle.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. Golden Lily.
I'm going to skip through that so we don't have to hear the music.
Who the fuck's coming out with one next? They're getting bold. They were already bold, but they're getting fucking bold right now. Holy shit.
They're getting bold for being proud to be white, not being ashamed, not trying to be an apologist simply because you're white. I like it. I like it a lot. Don't be an apologist. I think it's weird. Actually, I think that's racist. When, you know, I'm not even gonna go on that rant because we're gonna get sidetracked with that rant. I'm gonna save that rant for another day. Matter of fact, I've already gone on that rant several times in other videos. Like, I think it's weird when white people, you know, these white liberals think that they're the saviors of people of color. Like, come on now. Who are you here to save? Who called you? I didn't. I don't need your saving. You know what I'm saying?
Marketing girly and human with eyes here. It is a bad idea in a post-Sydney Sweeney world here, where the ad that she just did is being criticized, rightfully so, for the use of the word genetics and having it low-key feel very eugenics-based. To then have Dunkin' push out this creative days later when the whole internet is literally talking about how bad that ad was. This ad with Jeremiah, I don't know his real name, mentioning the word genetics, and it's not in the same way-ish as the Sydney Sweeney one, but it is now interpreted that way. So it would have been okay for the social girly, for the marketing girly. The marketing director, top level, CMO, should have said, I just saw that this scandal is breaking out and we use the word genetics. We cannot put this creative out. We have to rework it. I know we've spent X amount of dollars and X amount of time, but like, we have to rework it because this now looks incredibly tasteless, borderline, if not 100% racist, and it's really not a good look. So Dunkin' is usually really good with their marketing and their influencer and celeb pairs, but this is a huge miss given the current climate. Big no.
Actually, Dunkin' Donuts, I think that was a genius move because now it has everybody talking about Dunkin' Donuts. Just saying. I'm just saying. Actually, as a matter of fact, this is exactly how American Eagle and Dunkin' Donuts has me feeling right now. Check out.
Damn, what is that, bro? Damn, what is that, bro?
Just take my money. I'm gonna have to go shopping to get me a pair of American Eagle jeans while I'm sipping on a little coffee or some kind of drink from Dunkin' Donuts. All right. That is for sure. As a matter of fact, I think I saw some reports that American Eagle actually sold out of those jeans that they were advertising. The good jeans, you know, they like did the, you know, the jeans, but the jeans, a little double entendre there. I think I saw a report that they actually sold out of those. So great marketing. And then Dunkin' Donuts coming right behind them with the same kind of deal. Hey, listen. That marketing team at Dunkin' Donuts, they some geniuses. So y'all let me know in the comments what you think, man. Listen, I think these liberals are losing their minds over absolutely nothing. I think people, you know, of all races should be proud to be exactly who they are. That includes white people. Just because a white person says, hey, I have good genes, or hey, I'm proud to be white, that doesn't mean that they're racist or they hate other people. I hear black people say I'm black and I'm proud all the time and nobody bats an eye. So I think white people should be able to say the same thing with Asians and whatever other race out there, right? I don't find any issue with that. And it's weird that liberals have a problem with it. Especially some of them are white themselves with blue eyes and blonde hair. This is like, come on, bro. How do you hate yourself that much? You know, I don't know. Just weird. Like I said, y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Make sure you guys hit that like button for the algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.